Today, it would be funny to do my sexiest fragrances in my least sexy outfit. I haven't even showered today. I'm wearing a Pink Floyd t-shirt, my book nerd hat, sweats, and I'm drinking my coffee. I've actually been wanting to do my most sexy fragrances recently because of Valentine's Day coming up. And I feel like February is just kind of a lovey month. So I picked out, now I will tell you, I don't have a lot of sexy fragrances anymore. I just don't. It's not like my lifestyle anymore. But I do have some. And my version of a sexy perfume may differ from somebody younger. For me, everyone is a little bit different. But these are just the ones that I find romantic, sexy, date night, call it what you want, but they're just a little more sensual. So I think I'm gonna try and do, I'll start. I have 2 samples of perfumes that are extremely sexy, but I probably wouldn't buy a full bottle of it. One of them is called Putian. It's by the same, it's by them right here. Etat, Libre d'Orange. They're, it's very French, and their perfumes are really weird and avant-garde. I have a couple of them. I love them. They're not the most wearable perfumes in the world, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of them are very just kind of like weird. I mean, I don't know anyone that actually wears this stuff, but so that's why I order a lot of samples. But this one's called Putian, which means palace whore. So this is supposed to smell like a palace whore. But what it really smells like, it's hard to describe. To me, this is a fragrance that I would imagine Marilyn Monroe wearing. It's a little bit vintage smelling. So I think what this is supposed to smell like is like makeup, leather, and like sweat. I definitely can smell the leather, and I can definitely smell the powder. I think they've put violet in here, which violet notoriously smells like cosmetics, lipstick, powders. I like that smell in theory, and I've tried getting fragrances like that. I don't end up wearing them. I think they sound so fun, like, oh, you're gonna smell like makeup or whatever, but I don't know. They just tend to not wear right on me. And but this is a really cool fragrance. Again, I think I wore this one time, and I was like, I mean, it wasn't like I felt like I was a palace whore, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. But it's a really cool avant-garde thing that a lot of people would probably really like. I mean, it's totally appealing. It's not like it smells gross. Like when I say sweat or whatever, it's not. It's like musky. It's like makeup, leather, and musky smell. So that's what that one is. And then this one is Eau de Protection. This is supposed to smell like, and it does, it's supposed to smell like roses and blood. So it's supposed to be like, I've heard it called the Sleeping Beauty fragrance, because she gets pricked by the spindle and the blood, and then the prince brings her a rose. I've also heard this as like a vampire fragrance, like what a beautiful vampire woman would smell like. So it literally smells like blood and roses. It doesn't really smell like blood. It's metallic. There's a metallic accord in here. So it smells like metallic-y roses, but in a really, really nice way. Actually, Tom Ford has just come out with a perfume called Rose Prick. I'm pretty sure it's going to smell almost exactly like this. This is kind of like, I think this rose and metallic accord is really popular right now. I also wore this once. It just, to me, was a very heavily rose fragrance, a little metallic. The metallic part didn't bother me at all. It really dries down to rose. And I'm not a huge rose person, so I wouldn't ever buy a full bottle of this. But this is definitely a sexy fragrance, date night fragrance. You might put this on if you were on a first date and kind of feel like, I don't know, mysterious or something. Same with this. Like, these would be fun to get just like little bitty decants and wear these on first dates and just see the reaction you get. I think it would be kind of fun. Okay, so I'm gonna go from sort of my least favorite I guess, to my favorite. This is Alien. Alien is obviously an extremely sexy fragrance. Alien is jasmine and white amber, but it's a jasmine that's like extremely sensual. It's not like a flowery jasmine. This is not a typical white floral fragrance. This is definitely, I always get a lot of compliments from guys when I wear this, so that tells you something. It's just a very sensual fragrance. This is not something you would wear on a daily basis. This is like date night for sure. This would be another one fun to wear on a first date. Guarantee you if you wear this on a first date, you're gonna get a reaction. The guy's gonna like it. I don't know any guy that would not like this smell. It is just a really, really beautiful, sexy fragrance, but that's also like not off-putting or in any way. It just smells really, really good. So that's Alien by Terry Mugler. I included, okay, so my next one will be, this is Trish Mcevoy 100. And this is like one of those very like nondescript perfumes. How I found this was I was at the Trish Mcevoy counter, and the woman that was working there kept walking by me, and I kept smelling it, and it was like this very musky, it's kind of like androgynous smell. Like I could tell immediately that it was unisex, but it smelled beautiful on her. It's like one of those, this does not have a category. This is one of those perfumes that like, it's very mysterious. Like people are gonna smell, and the reason I think this one is sexy and good to wear on like a first date or date night is that it's mysterious. This is gonna draw that person in. That's what it did to me. Like it drew me in, and I was like, wait a minute. Because I rarely stop people really anymore to ask them what they're wearing, because I'm so like inundated with perfume all the time with my own collection that it takes a lot for me to stop someone. But I did, I was like, what is that? This I would classify as very mysterious. And it's gonna draw somebody in closer, like, that's interesting, what is that? So that's Trish Mcevoy 100. And at first I thought it was like 100 was special to her somehow, but it's not. 100 is supposed to be, I don't know, it has some kind of meaning. I don't really know. Okay, I included not a perfume. Simply, this is actually a sexy fragrance, I think. But this has got that compliments factor. This is a molecule perfume. I think it's supposed to smell like ambroxan or silox, something. This is a compliment getter. I cannot even begin to tell you how many compliments I get on this every single time I wear it, multiple times in one day or one night. This is a very mysterious perfume. People like the Trish Mcevoy 100, they're gonna want to know. It's gonna draw you closer. Some perfumes smack you over the head. That's a floral. They know what it is. It's very easy to understand. It doesn't draw you in. It's just, oh, you smell like flowers, or oh, you smell like vanilla. Like easy. All these perfumes that I'm talking about are a little bit more than that. This by far is probably the most mysterious of all of these, because it doesn't even smell like anything. It's a molecule, so it doesn't, it's like a pheromone. I think it's the closest thing, in my opinion, to like a pheromone perfume. But it is very pleasant too. It's not weird, it's not off-putting, it's not like it smells like some bizarre thing. It's so beautiful and appealing. This is one of those perfumes that you could wear every day for the rest of your life. It's absolutely amazing. So it's Juliette Has a Gun, Not a Perfume. This is on a lot of people's favorite lists. I'm running out of room. Okay. So the next one is MAC. This is Velvet Teddy. This smells like tobacco and honey. I like tobacco and fragrances. And I like honey. This is a very dry honey tobacco fragrance. Oh my goodness. This is sexy in a completely different way than the other perfumes I've already gone over. This is like a darker, deeper. Oh my goodness. This smells so good. Again, it's if you like tobacco, if you like honey. It's definitely a female fragrance, but it smells the way that it's hard. Okay, so it smells to me the way that the bottle looks. It smells like, when I smell this, I see this color. I I don't know how else to describe it, but if you think about mixing tobacco and honey, you would probably get this color, like black tobacco and honey. I don't know. It just smells kind of like this color. It's a dark, this is something you would wear in the winter time, like on a date that was maybe more cozy. Like maybe you already know the person. You're not trying to necessarily draw them in. You're just trying to like be cozy and want them to get closer. This would be a good one to wear. I think it's very sexy. Okay. So this one is called Amethyst Exquise or Exquise. This is a flanker of the Amethyst original. This smells like, this is sexy in the way that it smells like deep, dark berries. It's this very dark liqueur, kind of like thick berries and musk. This smells really good. This is like date night, 1000%. I think it would cross all the boxes or check all the boxes. It's gonna draw somebody in closer. It's also, it is a little cozy. It's just an all around, to me, this is on the same level of Alien. And it's funny, they're kind of similar colors. They're both just this very beautiful, pleasant, kind of dark, sensuous scent. So, and they both smell like their bottles look. When I smell this, this is the color I see. Now it's hard to know because I already saw the color of the bottle. So my brain's already got this color. So I, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Okay, so this one is Fatale. Wait a minute. Agent Provocateur, Fatale Intense. This is really sexy. This is sexy in the same way that Angel, the original Angel by Terry Mugler is, but it's a more wearable version of Angel. This perfume packs a really big punch. This is something that I would say you would want to wear when you're more out in the open. Like, I don't know, a bar or an outdoor concert. Like if you were on a date, but you're going to be in somewhere that there's a lot of open air kind of stuff, or you're in a large, I don't know that I would wear this with you're in close quarters, because this is more of like a heavy hitter. This is like, I want a lot of people to be able to smell me. So this would be great for like any type of situation where you're in a large area. And maybe you're, okay, I know this one. This is in a situation where you're trying to get a guy's attention. You're not on a date, but you know he's going to be there, he or she, whatever, is going to be there, and you're going to be in a large room. Like, I don't know, I'm picturing like a museum. Like somehow or another there's like something going on at a museum, and you're going and a guy that you like is also going. Wear this, because he'll be able to smell you from across the room. But yeah, this is definitely more of a, I want you to notice me perfume. But that one smells really good. I rarely wear that because of that. I mean, I actually did wear this one night to a cross country meet for my daughter, because it was like, I knew we were going to be outside. But I'm also not trying to impress anybody these days. Take a drink of my coffee. This is the Nitro Cold Brew with Sweet Cream. I'm obsessed with it. Okay, so we're going down to the top 3. Okay, so this is definitely, I do own a Juicy Couture fragrance. This is the Juicy Gold Couture, and this smells like salted caramel, but this is a Barbie fragrance. This is like, I think this is a good date, first date also, because it's mass appealing. It literally you're gonna kind of smell like Barbie, but in like a very good way. This is much better than the original Juicy Couture. This is the best one. So it smells like salted caramel, but a very sexy salted caramel. It's just a very classic, sexy smelling fragrance. Think, I don't know, if you haven't smelled Juicy Couture, think Victoria's Secret. It's kind of like a no-brainer. Like, it's not complicated. It's not super, super sophisticated. It's fun. This is a fun, flirty fragrance. This, again, would be something I might wear to a party. If I knew somebody was going to be there, you know, that I thought was cute or something. Like, and then this would be this is definitely a date night fragrance, I think. It doesn't last a super long time, but this is literally like what I would think of like high school girl would wear, but more sophisticated. Like this doesn't have an age. Like you can wear this at any age, but yeah, this is really, really good too. I'm definitely up there in my sexy fragrances. Okay, so the last two, I don't even know. I think these two were tied. I think I'm just gonna leave it at a tie. I don't think I could pick one or the other. So these are my last two. One of them is definitely, okay, so I guess if I had to do a number one, it would be that one. Because that one's definitely more outright sexy. This is like, in my opinion, I think this is a sexy fragrance. But this is definitely an outlier. Like, I don't know that a lot of people would find this sexy. It's called Untitled. And the reason I find this really sexy is because this smells like jasmine. And it's got incense in it. But when you spray it, to me, it smells like a girl that's been at a club or a bar. And she's wearing jasmine perfume, but she's also been around a lot of cigarette smoke. And maybe you smell her the next day. I don't know how to explain this. This is a very, like, this is not a traditionally sexy. I don't think this was marketed probably as sexy. I think this was marketed as unisex and a clean fragrance, honestly. But to me, and I mean, everybody's different. To me, this is one of the sexiest fragrances on the planet because it's got that kind of like dirty, I think the incense thrown in here. And you know, that is a lot of people are appeal to that because there is actually a fragrance called Jasmine and Cigarette by this crazy place, but it does. Because there is something about that dirty and clean, or that dirty and pretty juxtaposition thing that does smell sexy. This is like just a little bit dirty enough. I'm not sure where the dirty's coming from. I don't know if it's the green or the incense. I think the dirtiness is coming from the incense, which kind of, to me, smells like stale cigarette smoke on clothes. But like mixed in with like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's Untitled by Maison Martin Margiela. This is definitely more of a very different perfume. Not everybody's probably gonna like this, but I love it. Okay, so my sexiest fragrance that I can't believe I actually bought this, but I saw a review on this. Oh my goodness, you guys. So this is, again, by that crazy perfume house. And they always have these crazy stories that go with these. This is called Ameourette, which translates to a fling or weekend fling or something like that. But this straight up is supposed to smell like two people when they get up in the morning after they've had a romantic night. I'll put it that way. And that's not what it really smells like. It smells musky. It smells like, I think it's got a lot of iris in here. I don't even know what is in this, you guys, but this is really, really, this is more of like, in my opinion, like a pheromone perfume. It's definitely unisex, but it's kind of in the same way that this one, this is very mysterious. This is going to be like, somebody's not going to know what to think when they smell this, but I think it's going to be in a positive way, but it's definitely riding a line. Like, especially if you're a female, I think this is riding a line, but like, I think if you applied a small amount, this could act almost like a pheromone with, you know, a romantic partner or whatever. It's definitely different, but it's by far my sexiest perfume. I mean, all you have to do is open it and smell it, and it smells like, oh, I think it's supposed to smell like something like sweaty sheets or something. But it does not smell bad. It does not smell bad, I promise you. I mean, most perfumes on some level smell appealing. Nobody's going to make a disgusting perfume. And this was actually, had very good reviews and won some awards, I think. I think just because it's so, and it's like an instinctual perfume, I want to say, or maybe what Sharon Stone would have worn in Basic Instinct. Yeah. It's completely different than what most women are going to wear. So I think, and men can wear this too. If a man wore this, I would be like, oh my goodness, what is that smell? So I don't know. I like I said, I've only worn it once or twice and have gotten a lot of compliments. It's always been from guys that I've gotten the compliments from. So yeah, I don't know. But this is definitely my most outright sexy fragrance. And I blind bought this. I didn't smell it, but I read I saw a YouTube review on it that was so intriguing that I was like, I have to order that perfume, and I'm glad I did. It's not going to be my most worn perfume, but it is really, really cool. This would be another one that would be super cool to wear on a first date and just see what happens. So anyway, so those, I also wanted to let you guys know, I'm reading the best book. This book is everywhere. This is Reese Witherspoon's newest one. I think this is also maybe Oprah. I don't know. I can't remember if it was Oprah. This is on a bunch of book clubs, but this is called Such a Fun Age. I cannot put this book down. This is so good. This went in a direction I literally had no idea. I mean, the preface is something about a nanny and the nanny mom, and it kind of like lays out something here, but that's not really, has nothing to do with the book. That's almost just like a teaser until you start reading it, and when you realize I'm halfway through, but less than halfway through, when you realize what's going on, you're like, oh my gosh, because you can completely imagine yourself in this position. And it's so good. They have got to make this into a movie. But yeah, so I highly recommend this book. Another book that I haven't really, honestly, I haven't read great books in the last week or two. This though is like amazing. So I highly recommend that. Kylie Reed, I think that's how you, but I usually get Reese Witherspoon's book because they're always usually good, and I think she picks books that she's planning on turning into shows. So I always like to grab her books because I'm pretty confident that it will probably eventually turn into a show, or she picks books that read like a TV show. So I always know her books are usually like, you can't put them down. They're just like, because she's attracted to those like almost like motion picture type books. So her books are always really good. And that's all I've really got, and I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get more subscribers. I get a lot of likes on my videos, but I don't have that. I don't know what a lot is, but I want more. And I'm on a buying ban right now though for perfume, so I'm not going to be buying any new perfume for a while. But so I'm just going to have to be reviewing perfumes that I have, which is fine because I have plenty. But I want more subscribers because I also might want to do more book reviews. So comment below if you guys enjoy the book reviews, because I read all the time, and I know most of the books, like the books that are coming out, the buzz books, the popular ones, I usually read them, so I can usually give you guys reviews on books that are kind of like buzz books or whatever. So anyway, well, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you on my next video.